So a marketing plan. I know a lot of you have talked about this, and we are moving into this in August in the Academy, but I wanted to create a video today that really talks about the structure of a marketing plan, why you might need one, and I'm going to give you a few things that you need to have in your marketing plan. These are like core elements. Of course, there's a lot more that goes into a marketing plan, a lot more thinking and things like that. And really, you don't need a marketing plan unless you've already created a strategic vision plan. And what that strategic vision plan does is really brings everyone on board to understand the direction of your organization and where you're going and how you're planning to get there. So the marketing plan is really how you're going to get your message out there. And today that's what we're going to be talking about. So let's jump right in. I'm Ashlee Tate, and you are watching The Social Life, the place to be for purpose-driven entrepreneurs who are managing it all and ready to unleash their something amazing. So for today's video, I really wanted to just focus in on getting that message out there, understanding what a marketing plan is all about, and really it is the basis of how to sell anything, whether you're selling your purpose, you're selling a product, you're selling a course or some sort of service. Really, a marketing plan helps direct the best way for you to do that. As I said, we're moving into this module in the Connected Impact Academy. If you don't know what the Connected Impact Academy is, this is a course that I've created that is basically walking you through modules. I show up weekly and we talk either one-on-one or in a group setting about any questions you might have. It's just a way for me to really work with you guys on business strategy and really get your business up and running. So the first thing that you really need to focus on for your marketing plan is, like you guys have heard me say ad nauseum, is your target customer. This is your target market, your target customer, and I believe that you honestly should do both. You should know who you're trying to speak to. Are you trying to focus on a woman in her mid-50s who is very focused on giving back and has donated to many different causes, or are you looking for someone who is a young millennial and they're on, TikTok all the time and they like the newest and latest trends and products? Who are you talking to? It is extremely important to understand that. And in that first element of your marketing plan, you really do a deep dive into understanding who your target market is, who your target customer is, and kind of how you fit into their realm. So I have a whole worksheet on that, and you can download that. I will leave that link down below, and also other videos on that as well. So that goes a little bit deeper. So that is your most important piece of your marketing plan. It really lays a foundation for everything else that you're going to build on as you build up this marketing plan. The main question you'll be asking in this section is, who do I want to speak to? What are the sort of challenges that they're going through? What is their actual age? I always say that you guys should find one person, just one person, and you should talk to that one person. And the reason I say that is because although we do talk about markets, when you're talking to one person, you really get to know that person well. You really understand this person well. This could be like an ideal customer that you've already worked with, or an ideal customer that you don't have, but that you would like, because everything that you say, the language that you use, the copy that you write, everything will be focused on that specific person. And so then it attracts that person to your business because it feels like you were speaking directly to them. And that's why it's so important to make sure that when you are creating all of this in your marketing plan, you really start with your target customer, your target market. So really focus on those types of questions, and I would definitely go download the Perfect Customer worksheet that I have and watch some of my other videos, and if I can, I will link those in as well. Number 2 is your SWOT analysis. So after you've decided, which is what you're doing, you are deciding who you want to target and who you want as your customer. Number 2 is going to be your SWOT analysis. Now this is your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The reason that this part is so important is because even though you do this during your strategic vision and you do it in your business plan and all of that, when it comes to your marketing, you really want to know, like, what are my strengths and what are my weaknesses? What are the opportunities I have that are different from the opportunities that my competitors might have? So when you're looking at this and you think of your strengths, everyone has strengths. If you're a smaller person, say you're smaller than any other business out there and you're just starting out, maybe that's what makes maybe that's a strength, and that's what gives you an opportunity to really reach out and connect with your customers in a way that those bigger box stores or bigger businesses can't do. So look at how your strengths and weaknesses can be seen as opportunities or threats. And I would write everything down. What are all the strengths that you can come up with? What are all the weaknesses that you can come up with? What are all the opportunities, all the threats that you can come up with from just spending a little time and thinking through all of those elements? Once you have all of that, then you can start to add in your target customer, your SWOT analysis, all the things that came from there. And then when you start to create your competitive advantage, which is number 3, when you look at your competitive advantage, you'll see things that will naturally come out from your opportunities, your strengths, and then you can look at your weaknesses and threats and see like, hey, if I have this competitive advantage, could it possibly overpower the weaknesses and the threats that I have going against me? Because those are some of the things that you really want to keep in mind. All of your weaknesses do not mean that they are necessarily against you. It's just a place where you might be a little bit more vulnerable than, say, someone else who might have a larger budget and can maybe pay for those weaknesses to go away. But don't be afraid of writing out your weaknesses. Don't be afraid of writing out your threats. It's really good for you and your entire team to really see and understand about your business. And just to always have those kind of on the back burner, to know that like these are where we're weak and this is how we have to protect ourselves. This is where we're vulnerable. And these are just some of the things we need to avoid. So don't look at a SWOT analysis as something that's like tearing down your business. It's just a way to honestly look at where you land in the market and in the grand scheme of your competitors and yourself as a business. So just keep that in mind. Take the time to do it. It's a really, really, really good, a really good process to go through as a new business or even as an established business. It's just really good to always take the time to look at your strengths and weaknesses and really understand what's out there. Now, when it comes to your competitive advantage and realizing from your SWOT analysis what your competitive advantage is, this is where you can add true value to your customer. Once you realize how you're different and what some of your strengths and weaknesses are, you can pull from those and you can say, hey, customer, this is how I'm different. This is how I'm better. This is what I can provide to you that you may not be getting elsewhere. And that's where having a really good hard look at your SWOT analysis and understanding what kind of value you can bring to your customer is huge. Once you understand that customer and you understand your SWOT analysis, then you can look at your competitive advantage and really provide that and offer that. And this is something that's really good for using in your copy. This is something that's really good when you are using your social media, all of those types of things, really understanding how you're different from everyone else and capitalizing on that in those areas. So the next thing you want to add is pricing into your marketing plan. And the reason you want to add in pricing is because you need to look at, and I know some of you may have this also in your business plan, but you want to look at this as pricing for your marketing budget. So when you're marketing, sometimes you have to put out funds, especially if you're planning to add in like ads or paying for any sort of promotion that's going to go along with your videos or anything that you do. So that's part of your marketing budget, and it's good to have that so that people understand, all of your team will understand why you're spending money here, and did we get a return from this? Was it worth it? It's a great way to really do an analysis of what's working, what's not working, your ROI, all of those types of things, return on investment for you, and really understanding, did this actually work? Do we want to do this again? And if we do we want to increase the budget? Do we need to lower the budget? So don't be afraid of the numbers. The numbers are things that will help you make good decisions in the future, things that really help you understand your business better, and things that are really pertinent to how you're going to set up your marketing plan overall. Now, when I talk about pricing, it's something that I don't want to just leave you hanging on. So when I'm talking about pricing, this is thinking about where do you want to fall within your market research? Where do you want to fall in relation to your competitors? And that could mean that you want to be the cheapest, or you want to be the highest, you want to be the most expensive, because maybe you want to be more of a luxury brand and you want to be seen that way. And so then once you know your target customer and you understand your pricing level, that'll also dictate how you use your copy and the types of things you say and the types of things that you'll add in or that you won't add in, and really where you're going to focus all of your efforts when you're doing your marketing. That's why it's great to have a pricing plan in your marketing plan, as opposed to having it just in your business plan. Now, lastly, wrapping all of that up, you're going to add in goals. So you want to write some goals that you would like to have from your marketing. This could be how many new customers you want to get. This could be how many new ads you want to put out and see a result from. It could be where you want to market. And this is the area where you wrap up all of the information that you have in your plan and you set it up so that you can actually create a goals worksheet. So that worksheet that I told you to fill out, that is more focused on, that can be very focused on your life goals, that can be focused on your business goals, however you'd like to use it. However, I wouldn't recommend using that until after you've created your marketing plan. That way you can look at it and say, hey, this is where we want to go for our business. This is what we want to do. And you can talk to your team about it. You guys can come up with your marketing plan, all of those things together, and then create goals at the very end of it, so that you know with your team, these are our marching orders. This is how we're planning to move on with our marketing for the rest of the year. And this is where the money will be going and how we plan to spend it. So I hope that helps you guys. Now, this is a very basic marketing plan. These are the most basic elements that you need to have in a marketing plan. But marketing plans do include quite a bit more, and I do go much more in depth in this, or I will be going much more in depth in this in the Academy in August. And this is basically our module for August and what we'll be talking about. And so you want to realize that there are a lot of other elements that can go into your marketing plan. There are other elements that you may want to add depending on your specific type of business, but these are the basic core elements that you need to focus on. And I think if you start with this marketing plan, you are really off to a great start. This is a great process to just start with your team, to start thinking about and start working on, and especially right now during COVID and just having a lot more time, I would take this time to really think through all of these elements on your own and think about the direction that you want to take your business and how you would market it and what your strengths, weaknesses, all of those things. This will take a little bit of time, and that's why we take a whole month to really focus on some of these areas to make sure that you've nailed down your target customer, make sure that you understand how your social media falls into all of this, how the other elements of your marketing plan fall into this, where you should be online, all of those things. And so anyway, we go a lot deeper, like I said, in the Academy. And if you're interested in the Academy or working with me on a more personal level, you can go to ashleetate.com/work-with-me, and you can find out a lot more information about that. I will also link down below the course information to the Academy. And if you are just watching this and you're actually just getting started, or you're starting a nonprofit journey, in this case, there's also a course that I have that will help you unleash that as well. It's called the Unleash Your Purpose course, and the whole point of that is really just to walk you through from start to finish the idea that you have, your mission and vision, and get you all the way through the filing process. Also, if you'd like to join a tribe of over 600 purpose-driven entrepreneurs just like yourself out there unleashing their something amazing, come join us in the tribe, and you can grab your free invitation at ashleetate.com, and I will see you guys in there. Thank you so much again for watching. Now get out there and unleash your something amazing, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.